it is time for our audience impact, my favorite part of the program. Just to get things started, just to break the ice, raise your hand, please. Has anyone been on TV before? Anyone ever been interviewed by a television reporter with a camera, microphone, 1, 2? Overwhelming response. One in the back. Well, I will tell you, it is a lot of fun. It's one of those things where once you do it once, you dive in, you want to do it again and again and again. So I encourage you to give it a shot, right? Try everything once. All right, here is our first question for you all, the audience. Which symptom domain remains the hardest to control long-term? You can see the question up there as well. Which symptom domain remains the hardest to control long-term in your clinical experience? Who would like to answer this one? Give some perspective, insight, some of your experience. Oh, we have a packed house. There's got to be somebody. Expect answers. You, sir? No? You guys? No? You said yes before. Oh, we got somebody in the front. Great. I'm coming over. I'm a running roving reporter. All right. Want to come out for me? Great.
Sure.
Introduce yourself. My name is Taryn. Lovely to meet you. What's your name?
My name is David Schuster. I'm a clinical neurologist, mostly general neurologist in New Jersey.
Oh, what part of New Jersey?
Teaneck.
Very nice. All right, question is, which symptom domain remains the hardest to control long-term from your perspective?
Orthostatic hypotension.
Orthostatic hypertension. Okay. Anyone else?
Hypotension.
That's what I said. Anyone else want to add to that? Anyone else have similar experience? Well, thank you for leading us off. Doctors, what do you think of our answer?
I think it's definitely one of the great unmet needs that we have, and we talk about, and we're focusing a lot on dopamine today, but neurogenic orthostatic hypotension is probably more, for many people, a norepinephrine problem. We do have some medicines, including things such as droxidopa, to help us with that, but it's a real challenge, and Parkinson's patients don't like to drink enough fluids because then they have to pee, so it's a real challenge for us.
Yeah, fair point. Anyone else? Anyone else like to take this question? We know you have some answers. We know you have experience with this. Which symptom domain remains the hardest to control long term? Gentlemen, what do you say? Thomas, you want to stand up for me?
I couldn't answer that.
I can't answer it. Okay, got it. Anyone else that's a clinician that has experience with this that would like to give us an answer? Anyone here? You all? You guys look great. You have a lot to say.
And then second question, or?
Well, we have another question. Would you like to answer the second question?
No, I can try the first one.
Okay, so stand up for me.
Yeah,
What's your name?
my name is Marco, and I'm neurologist here from Denmark.
Oh, okay, you're local.
Hello, yeah.
Lovely to meet you. What do you think?
In long-term evaluation of most patients, I think against unsteadiness and gait problems and tremor as well would be very, very difficult to treat in long term.
Unsteadiness, gait problems, tremors, difficult to treat long term. All good points. Anyone else like to add to this question? Anyone else? Doctors, thoughts?
These are most symptoms that don't consistently respond to dopaminergic medications. I mean, dopaminergic medicines prevent falls because you could correct yourself more quickly, but in the truest sense, they don't help balance. And tremor, of course, is only partially responsive, very inconsistently responsive to dopaminergic medications.
And it's rare that Parkinson's patients actually die of Parkinson's disease, but they do die of falls. So this is a tremendous unmet need.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to move on to our next question, question number 2. Now that we're getting warmed up and the audience has an idea of what to expect. Question number 2, do current PD therapies meaningfully alter disease progression? Do current PD therapies meaningfully alter disease progression in your experience? Who would like to take this one? Anyone? I see a hand over here. I see some smiles over here. Do current PD therapies meaningfully alter disease progression? Do you feel that there's been any meaningful progression? Sir, would you like to volunteer? All right, you're an industry guy, right? Rejected. Anyone over here? The question once again, do current PD therapies meaningfully alter disease progression in anyone's experience? Here we go. I see a hand over there. Watch out, cameraman. Okay, if the cameraman falls, it's my fault. So we gotta make sure everybody's settled. Stand up for me, sir. What's your name?
I'd
Burger.
make a recommendation to you.
Please.
Please don't speak so fast.
Oh.
Also to the podium, because there are many non-American
Yes.
right?
Yes, I was given that
difficult
note.
to be followed.
Oh,
But
I
my
was
an-
given that note. Yes, I will slow
But
it
my
down.
answer to your question is no. Current therapies do not have a meaningful impact on the progression of the disease. There are a lot of treatments over decades that for many years at the initiation of the disease, initial years, are meaningful improvements for patients, but then after 7 years, as we all know, it gets into very bad.
Yeah.
All right?
Great feedback. Noted. Good commentary. I'm from New York, so New Yorkers tend to walk fast, speak fast, talk fast. Can I still walk fast though? I'm going to walk fast, but talk slowly. Hi, do you want to come up? Kindly introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm a neurologist from Greece.
Nice to meet you.
So we don't have any therapies in essence to change disease progression, but we definitely change disease natural history without any treatment. So in that essence, we should remain positive. We change symptoms and quality of life of patients for decades.
Yeah, that's what Thank you so much. Doctors, thoughts? So turn it back to you. Thank you so much, Dr. Great segment on cell-based therapies. Time for some audience impact once again. I can see a lot of smiling faces. Everybody looks warm and friendly, and they look like they want to participate. I can feel it. I can feel it. Here's the next question for everyone. What do you see as the main reason early cell therapies fail? When we talk about these clinical trials, what do you see as the main reason early cell therapies failed? Anyone have an opinion on this? Why do you think? Hey there, good to see you. Are you saying hi or you want to talk to me? Great, hello, what's your name?
My name is Ulla Isaacson.
It's lovely to meet you.
Likewise.
Likewise. What do you think? What do you think about this question?
Well, I think it's a very important question
Yeah.
because we tend to bucket things into categories. So cell therapy is one thing. We talk about the actual case from the 1980s to the 1990s. There were many different techniques. For example, people made a cell liquid, which we use today. But many of the trials before simply just made a dissected piece of tissue and then sort of shoved it into the brain. So some of these tissues were very immunogenic and created inflammation. And then so that surgical technique became actually a difference in those trials. The other thing we already heard about is the use of immune suppression. So if cells are very immunogenic, the brain will try to reject them. So function is also blocked when we have lots of inflammation. So I think the current version of these trials are more streamlined surgically. And so the rationale to compare them for history is interesting, but it's not actually it's apples and oranges and Paris, etc.
Terrific. How do you say your name again?
My name is Ulla Isaacson.
Ulla Isaacson. Great, great to meet you. Thank you so much for that. Doctors, what do you think of that incredible feedback?
I think it's a great point. I mean,
A round of applause says it all. Terrific segment, Dr. Ando. Thank you so much on gene therapy-based approaches. Good news, audience. We only have time for one more question. This is your last chance to participate and give us your feedback. Here is the question on deck. Do we have good ways of measuring disease modification? Do we have good ways of measuring disease modification? In your experience, as we're talking about trials, can we actually measure disease modification in PD in a meaningful way? Can we do it in a meaningful way? Who would like to answer this? Who would like to give their 2 cents? What do you think? Anyone? I think I have a repeat. A repeat guess. Hi, good to see you again. Hi, Ron, how's it going? Enjoy yourself?
Yes, very.
Okay. All right, let's stay focused. What do you think about this question?
Well, it's an important question because in practice sometimes symptomatic therapy, when it works very well, can resemble disease modification. So it's really, I think, a question of longevity, first of all, and structural change. Because as we know, symptomatic therapies, as we heard from our terrific panel, the symptomatic therapies eventually lose potency as the disease progresses, and then you get into all kinds of issues. So to me, one is structural change. So if you can actually show with various kinds of scans, like DAT scans or PET scans, that you have altered the circuitry, you are actually improving dopamine
circuitry in the relevant areas of the containment, for example, and that's durable, together with the functional and durable functional changes, that would be an indication that you are modifying the disease. I think also to the extent that people are reducing their drug load, their medication load over time, and still maintaining benefit, that would be another reason to believe that you've got a real disease-modifying therapy, because you've reduced the need for symptomatic medication, and you've shown structural changes that are consistent with disease modification.
Excellent. Well said. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much for participating.
My
We really appreciate it. All right, doctors, what do you think? Terrific insight from Ron once again.